Here's our tail of the tape brought to you by Columbia Care. Mark Martin is 3 years the elder. Dilano Taylor 3 inches taller. A 6-inch reach advantage once again in the arms. 4-inch reach advantage on Dilano Taylor's legs. Josh Rutgers will serve as referee for 3 5-minute rounds of welterweight professional mixed martial arts action. Touch of the gloves, Martin in the southpaw stance. And they get to work early, Kenny Florian.
Well, we talked about the stats and how well these guys match up. They're also from 2 of the best gyms in the country right now. Taylor from Sanford MMA here in Florida, and Martin from the MMA lab in Arizona.
I think I saw Drakkar close over there in the corner of Martin as Dilano Taylor slips, jumps right back to his feet.
Taylor doing a good job of level changing and stopping that entry into a takedown from Martin.
Oh, knee to the body on the exit there.
And that's what you got to watch for against guys that are so tall. 6'3", 170 pounds. Those knees are brutal, especially from that clinch position, and that will slow you down. It will tire you down. We saw the effect of body strikes in that first fight from Mixon.
As if to punctuate Kenny Florian's point, Taylor continues to go to the body. Martin responds with a knee of his own and a nice left uppercut.
I like the way that Taylor is moving right now, showing a lot of feints. Even when he's not doing something, even when he's not striking, he's doing something. He's feinting a lot, going low, then going high, mixing it up well, and level changing right with the level of Martin, stopping those takedown attempts. And that's where he could be vulnerable. You know, as the taller man, you have advantages, but you also have disadvantages when people are trying to get underneath you and looking for those takedowns. But so far, Taylor is reading those takedown attempts very well.
Taylor does a good job of circling himself to the left, preventing Martin from pushing him back against the barrier, and now Martin is able to get him closer. There's that left uppercut. It landed earlier, and a kick.
Martin with a great left kick upstairs. Taylor ran right into it. He's level changing, and now Martin's starting to switch things up.
It's a great
adjustment. Yeah, absolutely.
And now some aggression here from Mark Martin, who might think he smells blood in the water.
Yeah, Martin
left uppercut, excuse me, again, and a straight left.
Yeah, Sean, he's really starting to bring the pressure now, and Taylor is feeling it.
Another pair of left hands there, and a knee to follow from Martin.
Taylor staying composed, though.
Both of these men on 6-fight win streaks. You heard Ian Parker talking about the fact that their records are identical. 7-1, a knockout apiece, 2 subs apiece, 4 decision victories apiece. Very evenly matched, and we're seeing that here in the first round.
No question about it. Martin making some great adjustments here as he's able to get to the clinch. Just not able to get around to those legs of Taylor so far.
There's Chris Mixon, who won earlier tonight on our first bout of the evening. Watching intently. Inside of 2 minutes here in the first, Taylor goes right hand to the body. Tyron Woodley, we're seeing these men mix it up quite nicely. What are you seeing from Mark Martin?
What I'm seeing right now from Mark Martin, he's definitely pushing P, and that's called pressure. He's getting close enough to his opponent where he can't utilize those long reaches. You saw early on that his opponent was having success, but now Martin is pressing and pushing. Uppercut is going to land, I promise you. He's thrown it too many times and been so close, it will land flush, and it may be the shot to get his opponent down to the canvas.
Yeah, and Taylor's ducking down, which is why Martin keeps throwing that uppercut. He's got to be careful with the uppercut, and he's got to be careful with the knee of the kick upstairs.
There's the left uppercut again. All right, this was the straight bet for Ian Parker. How you feeling about it as we're inside of 1 minute in round number 1?
Well, I like that right hand that Postman just delivered, but what he's doing, that he's kind of throwing me off a little bit. He keeps dipping that right. He's dipping down every time he's getting caught with the kick, the uppercut. I think Tyron Woodley's right here. That uppercut may happen. I hope it doesn't. If he can keep the distance, a nice combo right there. I'm still confident in Postman.
I'd like to see Taylor go back to that long-range weapon, that right kick upstairs. So there's the kick. Taylor has to adjust to that, Sean.
I tell you what, Mark Martin is showing incredible fight IQ.
Oh!
2 right hands there from Martin.
That hurt Martin.
And that
hurt him.
Mark Martin blinking, and he opts for the takedown to get himself out of some trouble. Intelligence here from Mark Martin.
Yeah, no question. Great job by Martin to get Taylor to the mat late in this round, which was very close, and that could leave an impression in the judge's mind.
Round 1 comes to a close with Mark Martin on top of Dilano Taylor. And some blood now on the face of Mark Martin.
I think it was that double right hand, that double cross from Taylor late in that round.
The left eye of Mark Martin showing some swelling as well. Those punches really changed the entire tone of the round late, although Mark Martin was able to score a takedown.
Well, I tell you what's going to change the fight potentially is that left eye, because he's going to have difficulty seeing out of it. There's that right hand, just landed clean. That's the one that swelled up that left eye, and it was 2 in a row, Sean. 3.
Then he goes for the third and the knee, and that is where Martin decides to go for the takedown. There's another look at it, Kenny Florian.
Yeah, just beautiful stuff there from Taylor. Went to those long-range weapons, did give up a takedown, and that was a very close round. I'm glad I'm not a judge or a celebrity panelist. Ooh, my goodness.
Kenny Florian, that eye is severely damaged. The referee calls the doctor in to look at it. This fight is over because of damage to the left eye of Mark Martin.
Yeah, that could be a broken orbital.
The globe is out of the socket. That is a severe eye injury for Mark Martin. Dilano Taylor with the right hands brings this fight to a close.
Oh, my
That
goodness.
is a gruesome injury to the eye of Mark Martin, who was accounting incredibly well for himself in the first round of this fight.
He sure was. Really had to battle back, and he didn't want this fight stopped, right? That right hand just landed clean right there on the eye. And that's the thing about this sport. It only takes one shot either to land a knockout or to cause an injury, and unfortunate circumstances there for Mark Martin, who really was fighting such a great fight, as was Taylor. What a fight.
An incredible fight in our third bout of the evening, and an official call when we come back on Fubo TV.
Yeah, this really was a back and forth fight, Sean. Taylor able to land early. Martin started finding his rhythm, started finding his range, started getting into the clinch. Did a great job of getting on the inside, but it was that right hand 2 times in a row landing right on the left eye, causing a doctor stoppage. And my goodness, things were heating up. And Jeremy Piven sees that. That was an ugly injury there. And you can see it there. Doctor doing an excellent job of coming in and letting the referee know that's enough. He can't fight with that injury. Safety first here. Ian Parker not liking that injury. But he does stay undefeated the night so far, Ian Parker. And Sean O'Connell is in the cage with these 2 amazing fighters.
All right, thank you, Kenny. Our third bout of the evening finishes by TKO, 5 minutes, round number 1, via doctor stoppage. Your winner, Dilano Taylor. All right, Dilano Taylor. Nice back and forth fight. Mark Martin had a lot for you. He was landing, you were landing, but it was the 2 right hands at the very end that ended up putting him away. What'd you think of the first round?
I thought I didn't account for his length. I know he was kind of tall, kind of long like me, but I didn't account for it. Made me a little hesitant on the jab. I should have jabbed him a little bit more, but that right hand, I knew it was going to land because on Southpaw's right hand, that's the money shot right there. So I had to just, in the back, I was literally just drilling the right hand. Probably drilled it like 50 times before I even came out here.
Well, it ended up landing, and I actually saw you go into the body with the right hand and then looping that one up over the top. Is that a combination you were drilling in practice?
Well, I was looping me up top because I know he's a wrestler, and I know he wanted to wrestle me. I'm a wrestler too, but I knew he wanted to wrestle me, so once I hit him to the body, he was either going to dip and throw a right hand, but the minute he dipped, I was able to throw the shot over the top.
All right, we all heard the story, right? You quit Starbucks. You were trying to balance both. You decided to focus on fighting. Does that feel like the right decision in this moment?
It always feels like the right decision. Every moment, yeah.
All right, let's see what the celebrity panelists thought about your performance. Julie Stewart-Binks.
Well, Sean, Dilano Taylor beats Mark Martin. As we know, he had an eye injury. Martin was just taken off with the ambulance. But, Tyra, we were just talking about this. Have you ever seen this before?
I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose exactly what happened. I've seen an orbital fracture before. I don't know that's exactly what happened, but what I did see prior to that, this fight was a back-and-forth fight. It was a lot of adjustments made, and that tells me that this is high-level mixed martial arts. In the beginning, you saw Dilano using a lot of hand play. I fought 8 southpaws in a row, and the best thing you can do is manipulate the front hand. He was doing that, landing a lot of straight punches. Then we saw Martin make that adjustment. He got closer, started pulling the head down, took it into the phone booth, dirty uppercuts, and then he landed the takedown. But when you watch mixed martial arts, both fighters, nobody gave up, nobody quit, and they both were going after it. So a lot of promise for him. You cannot take away his performance just because the stoppage happened. You got to give him kudos.
Jeremy, you said that this would be the fight of the night. How do you feel after the first round?
Well, I think it definitely would have been the fight of the night, and that was the most competitive we've seen. These guys were really going at it. When he ducked, when he went to the left and then threw, it almost looked like a little homage to a Mike Tyson angle. Am I right at all? Can we ask him?
Jeremy Piven just said that is an homage to a Mike Tyson angle. Dipping to the left and throwing the right hand over the top. Do you agree?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding, I guess.
Well said. What about you, Ray Lewis? What'd you think?
Buffalo Soldier. listen, hey, blessed time. Now, I tell you what, the thing that's impressed me the most with you, Taylor, is even though he reared back, you stayed composed. You kept your fight. You kept your posture right there, man. And so when you landed that shot, if you watch your posture and your base, that's the perfect shot you're looking for, right, in any fight. And you waited for it. Even though he was throwing some hard punches and making you actually adjust and back up a little bit, I think you put yourself in a position to land that punch, man. Great job. Great job tonight.
Well, the postman said he wanted to deliver a show, and he certainly did. Sean, back to you.
Thank you, Julie Stewart-Binks. So 3 welterweight fights down, 3 first-round finishes, because if you can't see the second round, that is a first-round finish for your victor, Dilano Taylor.